A sucker is a nigga pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, oh, I'm not going because this. Yeah, I think I can take him.
I believe people play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect. You know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean? They actually lying to y'all for a living, but
50 Cent just clapped back at Jay Prince after reports surfaced that Prince tried to edge him out of Houston. And this time, 50 isn't holding anything back. He's publicly calling out Prince, accusing him of trying to interfere with his business. Ventures in what some believe amounts to intimidation. Word on the street is that Jay Prince has been feeling the heat and may have even sent people to obstruct 50's moves. But, as expected, 50 isn't retreating. He's been mocking Prince on Instagram, even daring him to show up if he's serious.
Be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals.
Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us. If you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything goes. So that's what we're dealing with right here, and that's the root of this situation.
Reportedly, 50 Cent has evidence that could deal a major blow to Jay Prince's operations. And from the looks of it, Prince likely doesn't want that kind of smoke. That said, Jay Prince still commands respect in Houston, and he has people ready to back him up. With both figures influential in their own right, 50 in New York and Prince in Texas, this confrontation could turn into something bigger. Here's a closer look at what's unfolding.
Insinuate we extorting people. Ain't no money in that. Real nigga ain't gonna have that no way. You know, check in for what? I mean, I don't want to impose or force myself.
50 Cent has been turning up the heat on Jay Prince for some time now, and their feud has always been tense, at times nearly hostile. 50's been outspoken about not buying into the checking in tradition that Prince promotes, while Prince sees himself as a key figure in Houston's power structure. For years, their tension stayed at a distance. 50 operated from New York, and Prince held his ground in Houston. A direct encounter was unlikely, until things changed. That shift happened when 50 Cent brought the battle to Prince's turf. He moved to Houston. And this wasn't just a personal move. He brought his business operations too. He announced it with a tweet saying, "I love New York, but I live in Houston now. I'll explain later." A major reason? Taxes. 50 had voiced his frustration over New York's rising tax rates. Some reports say by as much as 62%, and it was cutting into his profits. Like many business owners, he wanted relief from the financial pressure. But it wasn't just about taxes. He had also shown interest in getting involved with Houston's booming music scene. The city is a hotspot for rap, trap, and southern hip-hop, making it a smart play for someone like 50, who's deeply rooted in both entertainment and business. He viewed Houston as a strong strategic move with growth potential. Some speculated his decision was tied to his alcohol brand, Branson Cognac. Remember when he went store to store in the city promoting it? It seems he saw the city as an important market and wanted to stay close. However, Jay Prince reportedly didn't welcome the move. He's said to have seen it as disrespectful and took it as a direct challenge. Allegedly, Prince tried to pressure 50 into following his checking-in protocol by sending his crew to confront him, possibly hoping 50 would pay up. But 50 wasn't having it. He made it clear he had his own security and wouldn't be bullied under the guise of street rules.
You know what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, oh, I'm not going because this
I won't fuck with him, but I'll fuck with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
And I called Jay Prince in the mouth.
This reportedly escalated Prince's frustration. Rumors say he tried to block 50 Cent's access by creating a so-called no-fly zone in Houston, essentially trying to stop him from conducting business in the city. Still, 50 didn't fold. He kept doing what he came to do, conducting business, maintaining his presence, and even creating opportunities for locals. One of his big moves was the launch of a new film studio through his company, G-Unit Film and Television, with a reported investment of $20 million. It was supposed to be based in Houston, but as tensions grew and conflicts simmered behind the scenes, 50 decided to cancel the Houston plans and move the project to Shreveport, Louisiana. Instead,
foremost, most of you may not know this, you had the opportunity to take Houston.
Yeah.
But you chose Shreveport.
Yeah. And Houston didn't have the same, they embraced me, they good. Like I got out there, they showed me a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
But Shreveport had the infrastructure already here, like even the tax incentive was.
In 2022, about a year after his move to Houston, the city honored 50 Cent in a big way. The mayor awarded him a symbolic key to the city and declared an official 50 Cent Day in his name. The announcement was made during Houston's annual Thanksgiving Day parade. Mayor Sylvester Turner spoke highly of 50 Cent, calling him one of Houston's most influential residents. He praised 50 not only for his work as an artist, but also for his contributions as a philanthropist and business leader, especially in education. Through his G-Unity program, 50 has helped students in local high schools develop entrepreneurial skills. During the ceremony, Mayor Turner officially declared November 24th as 50 Cent Day and said 50 would always be welcome in the city. The crowd showed strong support, treating him as one of their own. In return, 50 expressed his gratitude in a heartfelt speech.
Came to the city of Houston, but he didn't just come here to live. He has been helping out on so many causes in this city. And especially, he has been in our high schools, turning our high school students into entrepreneurs with his G-Unity program. I've seen him firsthand. This city has been elevated because of his presence, and so today we have the honor of saying to him, he's our 2022 Grand Marshal. Give it up to Curtis 50 Jackson. Now, before I call on him to speak, let me present you first a key to the city of Houston. Anywhere you go, 550 buildings, use the key, the door will swing wide open.
While 50 Cent was being celebrated, J. Prince was likely fuming, frustrated by the fact that 50 was rising as the dominant figure in his own city. It's clear why 50 Cent earned the keys to Houston, while J. Prince was pushed aside and treated as a thug. Since 50's arrival, he has invested in the community and supported welfare programs through his G-Unit Foundation. For example, he launched the G-Unity Business Lab, an educational program designed to help high school students in the Houston Independent School District develop entrepreneurial skills. He also made his presence known in Houston's sports and entertainment scenes. His Sire Spirits brand forged partnerships with the Houston Rockets, Astros, and Texans. Additionally, in 2022, he hosted the inaugural Houston Tycoon Comedy and Music Festival. That same year, he partnered with the Rockets to give away 1,000 turkeys to local families for Thanksgiving. But that's not all. In 2023, 50 donated $850,000 worth of toys during a holiday event to help a local club reach its goal of distributing 100,000 toys to children across the city. In 2024, he raised $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity and auctioned 2 oversized bottles of his La Mondura champagne. This gala ultimately raised $6 million, setting a new record for the organization.
God darn it, 50 Cent, get out here. Come on. You are. I know all the time I've spent with him, we've had some great times. He even tried to tell me some things one night.
I gotta hang out with the people that can buy this stuff from me.
I
think Johnny might be on.
To sum it up, 50 Cent's impact is undeniable, and the city holds him in high regard. In contrast, we have J. Prince and his Mob Ties crew. Where do we even begin? Instead of creating opportunities for Houston, J. Prince has built his reputation on intimidating artists who come to work in the city under the guise of offering protection. After positioning himself as the self-proclaimed king of H-Town, J. Prince made it his mission to protect visiting artists to prevent them from being robbed. While it sounds like a good idea, it soon becomes clear that it's part of a larger scheme, an extortion operation. J. Prince and his crew operate a system known as checking in. Artists visiting Houston are expected to pay their respects to J. Prince by first seeing him before they can do business in the city.
Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get connected.
But this is more than just a friendly greeting. It often involves artists handing over large sums of money, which J. Prince claims is for their safety. He says it's a way to prevent them from getting attacked or losing their valuables. The catch? These artists don't actually have a choice in the matter. If they refuse to pay, citing that they have their own security, J. Prince and his crew set them up, leading to them getting robbed and losing their possessions. Take NBA YoungBoy for example. When he visited Houston, he refused to check in. As a result, 2 individuals broke into his home and stole several of his chains, cash, and the keys to his luxury cars. The robbers reached out to him, demanding a $30,000 ransom to return his items. YoungBoy, however, didn't fall for their demands. He fired back, dismissing them as foolish and immature. Then, out of nowhere, J. Prince entered the conversation. He tagged YoungBoy in an Instagram video claiming the robbers had returned the stolen items to him and offering to help get his belongings back if YB reached out.
The little homie YoungBoy, place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, YoungBoy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, all that shit that they took, and the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
You got your Rolls Royce umbrellas, you got your keys, you got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with us, bro. Get your shit back.
However, YoungBoy saw through the act and rejected J. Prince's offer. He called out J. Prince for airing their business on social media. YoungBoy pointed out the irony of a nearly 60-year-old man still engaging in internet antics. He argued that if J. Prince had genuine intentions, he would have contacted him privately instead of making a public spectacle of the situation. YB saw the situation for what it was, a clear extortion attempt. He knew that if he approached J. Prince, he'd likely end up paying even more than the original ransom amount, so he refused to give in.
Hey, I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that pussy, I don't respect none of that, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Mind your business, man.
YoungBoy isn't the only one who's called out J. Prince for his checking in practice. Cameron and Mace also put him on blast during an episode of their podcast, It Is What It Is. They mocked J. Prince for continuing these antics at his age, pointing out that he should be retired by now, using his position to teach younger artists how to improve their lives instead of playing these games.
When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mace, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I got a little, like the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mace, listen. Around here, we don't send niggas to do nothing for us. We don't pay niggas to handle our problems. You gotta put in your own work around here, Lord, man. That's what you were supposed to tell them. You can't go out here and talk crazy and then send me on a mission. Nah, this is where the game got messed up, when young niggas started sending old niggas out. And just cause this little ignorant nigga got a few dollars, he make all of you that's supposed to be real run after his mission. This is a problem, Jay Prince. And I'm gonna tell you like this, if you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street nigga, you failed. You failed. I'm telling you this. And I stand, my name is Mace. I stand by this message.
Let's not even get started on the loaded dice games Jay Prince and his sons allegedly organized for rappers visiting Houston. Rumors suggest these dice games might be another part of Jay Prince's extortion operation. You've probably heard the whispers that Jay Prince had something to do with Takeoff's tragic death. Takeoff was fatally shot during one of these notorious dice games. According to official reports, a fight broke out and someone pulled out a weapon, firing a shot that struck Takeoff. Unfortunately, he didn't survive, but new footage has reportedly surfaced, suggesting the situation may have unfolded differently. Sources claim Jay Prince was upset because Takeoff and Quavo didn't check in the way he wanted them to. Allegedly, he gave his team orders to teach them a lesson, planning a small incident that would put Takeoff out of action for a few weeks at most. However, things escalated and Takeoff tragically lost his life. Every time Jay Prince is confronted about this, he acts suspicious, trying to avoid the question.
Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us. If you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything goes. So that's what we're dealing with right here, and that's the root of this situation.
When Mike and Junior was walking by, he actually went in the restroom to wash blood off his hand where he had reached up on the Takeoff. He had to pick him up, and his fingers went in there. You know why? Blood well.
But people are talking, and it doesn't help that Takeoff isn't the only person who has died after attending one of those dice games. Remember Duke the Jeweler? He thought he'd hit it big after winning $100,000 in a dice game. Little did he know, it was a setup. Before he could even make it to his car, he was ambushed, and everything he had was taken from him. Sadly, they didn't even spare his life. So, when comparing the impact of 50 Cent and Jay Prince on the city of Houston, it's clear who's made the more positive contribution. It's also easy to see why 50 Cent and Jay Prince will never be on the same level.
I believe people play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect. You know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean? They actually lying to y'all for a living, but...
Now, here's where things get complicated. Allegedly, Jay Prince has been plotting to bring 50 down and shut down his operations in Houston. But before he could put his plans into action, 50's drama with Big Meech took center stage. Jay Prince has always sided with Big Meech, and rumors suggest he sent his men after 50 to warn him to back off. But as we know, 50 Cent is not the type to let anyone push him around. He wasn't about to back down. Instead, he made a bold move and decided to expose Jay Prince and his alleged extortion ring. Word is, 50 is now on a mission to end Jay Prince's grip on Houston, and you can bet he's going to enjoy every minute of it. So here's a question for you. Do you think 50 needs to watch his back when he's in Houston? Or do you think he's got another trick up his sleeve to outsmart J Prince? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned for what's coming next.